So, Dan, talk to us about this escalation and really what this means for potential ceasefire talks in this conflict.
Good morning. Well, there was no ceasefire, so really this resumption of fighting was just a matter of time. There may be an element of tactical surprise here. Indeed, Israeli public opinion was largely diverted in recent hours by internal discussions about the fate of Israel's Shin Bet security chief, his termination. It could be that that discussion was actually meant to provide a smokescreen for the resumption of these Israeli attacks. But nonetheless, given that the last agreed ceasefire expired 17 days ago, a resumption of fighting was to be expected. Israel, with the backing of the United States, accused Hamas of not cooperating on talks to extend the ceasefire, to come up with a new ceasefire, talks that would have retrieved more of the remaining hostages in the Gaza Strip. So now it appears Israel is resuming warfare, albeit it would appear standoff strikes at the moment, airstrikes, perhaps artillery. The big question is when and if Israeli troops will be sent back into population centers in the Gaza Strip. That will be another element of escalation here.
And Dan, we were hearing from President Trump. He was escalating the rhetoric, really saying that all hell would break loose. What potentially could the U.S. insert to make an impact in the trajectory of this conflict right now?
Well, I think we've already seen the last 3 days with this surprise U.S. campaign against the Houthis in Yemen. It would appear that Hamas's one active foreign ally has actually been blunted, has been tamed, if you like, by U.S. firepower. The Houthis were the one party in the region that said explicitly that they were willing to pitch in one more time to back up Hamas, to back up Gaza against Israel over the last 2 weeks. It would appear now they won't be able to do that anytime soon as they're preoccupied with the U.S. campaign. So even though this hasn't been stated explicitly, there has been peripheral operational support by the United States. And since you mentioned President Trump, you'll remember that he threatened to open the gates of hell on Hamas over the hostages. Remarkably and possibly not accidentally, the Israeli Defense Minister Katz repeated that very metaphor, warning Hamas just an hour ago that if they don't deliver on the hostages, the gates of hell will indeed be opened up upon them. So on a rhetorical level, the allies are in lockstep. It would appear operationally as well.